I don't have no games on.
What it do, y'all, man? You know what day it is. You know what time it is, y'all. This is Sports Talk Raw, where we smoke, we drink, we keep it real. We tell y'all how we feel about these sports. You dig? It's your man Foam in the cut in the building, man. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. Only got one part of the famo tonight, but it's all good. My man holds it down. Manny, man, tell him what's cracking.
What it do, people? Happy Monday. Happy back to work. You feel what I'm saying? It's just me and your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Chrome. And we just gonna do what it do. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna hold it down. We're gonna tell y'all one, two things about what happened this weekend, and we're gonna keep it real and raw like we always do. You feel me?
Absolutely, absolutely, man. Well, shit, man. Like you said, we had some things pop off this past weekend. We got some things going on right now today. But this is Sports Talk Raw. But you know what I'm saying? We do different things right here. We do smoke and drink, but I'm on a fast right now, so for the next 3 days. So this episode and Wednesday episode, I won't be smoking, I won't be drinking. I just got the water. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my menu. So, but y'all are more than welcome to take a shot, smoke, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the shit how we get down. What you sipping on, Manny?
Some Jose Cuervo Palmalo.
Okay. I'm with it. Okay, I can dig it. Well, then cheers, my brother. Let's go ahead and pop into the show, shall we?
I'm still on my water kick though. Also, so don't think that I quit that. I'm still on my water kick.
Well, look, man. Usually, you know what? I'm getting here, but I'm just gonna down for man. Let me go check on this UNLV news real quick, man. Shout out to our Rebels. I know our ladies just beat Oklahoma, so they need to put some respect on our name and a number next to our name.
They ain't gonna never do it until I don't even know when.
Yeah. What'd you say, Manny?
I said they're never gonna do it until we're in the tournament. Then they're gonna put a number by our name. That's ridiculous.
Oh, why? Just because we're gonna be seated, you think?
Yeah.
You're gonna actually give us a number.
No, because we be seated.
Oh! Take it back. UNLV women, all ranked, number 2. We play Sentinel on the 16th at 10 a.m. They're 7-3. We're 9-0. Yes, they did give UNLV's women a ranking next to their name. We are 23 in the nation. You're climbing.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. On the other side, door out right here, Scott. We got the Creighton. They're going to play the UNLV men, which are 3 and 4.
This one right here. Shut this door, G. See that shot right here. This door in the back.
So like at 6 o'clock, that's when the Rebels men's will be playing number 8 Creighton, and it don't look like we're favored to win that one, y'all. But it's the Jack Jones Classic, and that would be the deal. That one, Manny. Did the UNLV Rebel football team play this past weekend, or we play this weekend coming up?
We played day after Christmas.
My fault. The day after Christmas on the
guaranteed rate in Phoenix.
Okay. Well, we'll keep y'all updated about that. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much all I got for UNLV. You know what I mean? Shout out to
and if y'all want to go see the men, they're actually going to be at DLC. So they're going to be playing at the Dollar Loan Center, not at UNLV.
But
tomorrow.
My terminal probably has like 2-3 flights before my flight.
The men play tomorrow at the Dollar Loan Center?
From my understanding, they said in Henderson, and that's the only place in Henderson I know you could play.
Who are they playing?
Ain't it Creighton? Don't the men play Creighton tomorrow too?
It's tomorrow. No, it's the 13th.
Or the 13th. Yeah.
Yeah, 13th. The 13th. Okay, I was making sure tomorrow's the 13th. Yep. 13th it is, y'all. 13th it is. Okay. Well, any more UNLV news you got, Manny? You know what I'm saying? Nah.
Nah.
Shout out to my boy Johnny Wright. I see you on there. What it do? What it do, fam bam?
What's going on?
Keeping it hometown, you know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about more of the college bowl games coming up on Wednesday. So make sure y'all tune in on Wednesday. We're still keeping it hometown. I want to talk about the Golden Knights. We did our thing last night, man. We beat the San Jose Sharks in a shootout. And we were winning by a little bit too. I needed them to win by 2 points, but we did beat them by in a shootout in overtime. It's about time, you know what I'm saying? We started winning these overtime shootout games anyways. Let me see. We got a couple games going on tonight.
We on a little win streak right now too, ain't we?
We are on a win streak right now. Before I go over to those games, let me talk about that win streak right now. Let me see. We're on a 3-game win streak. You know what I'm saying? We're still first in the Pacific. We're 19-5-5 with 43 points. You know what I'm saying? I believe we lead the whole NHL in points. We are the team.
We do.
Points.
We do.
The next team under is like 39. So we're up by like 4 points. Number 1 in Pacific. Hey, do your thing, man. Let's go. Let's go, Golden Knights. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Of the Knights, you know what I'm saying? Speaking of Knights, like not nights, but tonight we do have a couple games going on. We're like 4 games going on. The Stars beat the Red Wings 6-3. The Islanders beat the Maple Leafs 4-3, and the Sabres beat the Coyotes 5-2. And we actually got 1 game going on right now, and that is the Avalanche and the Flames are playing, and the Flames are beating the Avalanche 5-3, and that's at the end of the second period. So if you're a Flames fan, you got 1 more period to watch them to see if they can hold on to this win. And that's what I have for you for NHL for tonight. There really wasn't that much. It was only 4 games. Manny, man, we had a boxing match this past weekend, man. Yeah, Mannie went out there and did his thing.
Those ones you got to put in the inside.
Did you watch that fight?
I did not, because I didn't find out about that fight until it was way too late to watch that fight.
So look, before we even dive into the fight, let's talk about these promotions on these boxing matches, man. I have not seen promotion for any boxing matches like recently. For Canelo's, for like, I don't know. Can you tell me what's going on with boxing, or do you know like why
the last time I seen a promotion was for the Charlo fight. That was like my last promotion I seen. I mean, not the Charlo fight, but the Benavides fight. That was the last promotion. They pop up on my Facebook. I see nothing about the Haney fight at all. At all. I was like, oh, okay. He's an actual world champion that has belts, and y'all don't promote his fight. Like, what's going on with that?
Right. And it's just something I'm seeing continuously, man. And I don't know. I'm really confused by it. I mean, I know they got to pay promotions and stuff, but they're boxing like, okay, we're not even going to deal with that. You know, we went route or like, I mean, because there's so many fights that I'm like, oh, that's this weekend, or you hear about it too late. Like it's always happening.
And it's not like that boxing is falling off, because to me, boxing is getting better and better and bigger, especially in that weight class, like in that weight division with Haney and Tank and and Terrence and all of them. And that weight class, it's the best fights, the best fighters, just top of the line. And it's like it's getting better and better as it go on. So I don't understand why it is not promoting like that. Like, I just don't get it.
Makes no sense, bro. Makes no sense. No sense, man. But for those who missed out on it, there actually was if you're a Haney fan, it was a good fight. But if you're another guy's fan, it was not a good fight at all, man. He actually ended up throwing the lowest amount of punches that's ever been thrown in a boxing match, man. Haney really handled his business. I believe he knocked him down like 2 times, 3 times. He's now the 2 division champion. People say he was running from Shakur Stevenson, but Shakur didn't look too good in his last fight, but Haney didn't look too good in his last fight. I think he lost to but that's just moving forward. Who do you think Haney should fight? Do you think Shakur should try to move up and fight him, or do you think
Yes,
they out there to fight him, man?
Shakur should move it. They should fight because he should never ran from fighting Shakur and move up the weight class. So either Haney comes down, but Shakur and Haney should fight. Like don't run from the fight. You say you the best. He say he the best. Fight to see who's the best.
Right. I mean, especially how Shakur looked his last fight. I mean, shit, Haney might have wanted to press that issue, but
Right.
I was just thinking too, like, man, like, would you turn down a fighter? Let's say you're a boxer, right? And let's just say you're about to fight somebody who always runs or something like that. Let's say you're a Floyd Mayweather or something like that. But would you be mad at somebody who's like, listen, I don't want to take that fight because I don't want to chase somebody around the ring. I came here to box. All this person does is run. They can do that. They can fight whoever they want to keep fighting. I'm not gonna do that. Do you think that boxer would still be respected? Or because think about it, if you go in the room or if you go in the ring and you already know that you're gonna have to chase, and you're already playing into that other person's head. So it's like, all right, I'm not gonna chase. I'm gonna stand here, and that's not gonna make for a good fight. So if they don't,
I would change my game plan since I know he runs. I would change my game plan to cut the ring off. Like you're gonna have to fight me because I'm gonna cut the ring off. You're gonna have to fight. I'm not gonna let you run. I'm gonna make you fight.
I mean, but cutting off the ring on some of these guys that like to get around and move around a lot is really real. I mean, at the same time, though, too, it is inside of a ring, so it's not like you can't do too much running. Last time I checked, the ring was so you can't really run like that. But at the same time, I see why some of these. Well, he said he was running, but I would see why some guys would like not want to fight some guys, especially if they don't want to fight. You know what I mean? And,
Right.
you know what I mean?
But my thing is, if you say you're a boxer and you say you the best boxer, you have belts, you know, you fight, you win. If somebody else that also fight and wins that have belts, and y'all in the same weight class or somewhere comparable, and they want to fight each other, then guess what? Fight each other. That's it. That's how you know you're the best.
Yeah. Probably. I'm saying, man, even if it is what it is, man, y'all do the best. I totally agree. Totally agree with you on that, man. What was I gonna say? We got that. Oh yeah. Rafael Espinoza, he drops Robsy Ramirez in the 12th round, so that was a big upset. And also on a slight note, Ryan Garcia won too. You know, I don't know how good he was looking before he knocked it out, but he's back out doing his thing too. So shout out to Garcia, shout out to him, and shout out to Espinoza. You got a lot of action going on over here, man.
I know.
Well, keeping it pushing, y'all. No biggie. I'll talk about a little baseball right now. Nothing crazy, but I do want to talk about Ohtani and what he did with his contract. Manny, tell him what he did with the contract and why.
So he took and deferred $680 million of his $700 million contract. He deferred it to not get it until 2034. So basically what that means is that he let them keep the rest of that money so they can build up a roster, and then he get it after his 10 years left.
And do you think who else would the Dodgers have their eyes set on? Because if he's going to do that,
they probably would have looked at Soto, but he went to us. It's not. I don't know how many free agents is out there for them to really look for like that.
Right, man. So, I know I was super disappointed in the fact that we didn't get him, meaning the Mariners didn't get Ohtani, because we definitely we're trying to. You know what I'm saying?
Armando said, "Do we want Johnny to pop in?"
Johnny can pop in. Johnny always got a space, man. I'm good. Yeah, tell him to come in. Send him a link. But yeah, man, I think that's a dope move by Ohtani. By Tom Friedman.
What really surprised me is that he had a clause that nobody can talk about, what he's doing and who he's talking to. And the Dodgers GM came out and said something. So everybody thought that the Dodgers was out of the running, and then all of a sudden, Sunday, 700 million, 10 years, Dodgers. I'm like, oh,
Maybe he didn't want to get outbidded. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Maybe he just wanted to keep it on the low. That
right.
that's
I don't
right.
know, but I heard a lot of people say that what the Dodgers should do with him is have him as a hitter, but then instead of making him a starting pitcher, make him a closer, where he doesn't have to really use his arm that much and still be able to perform for them.
And he won't be pitching his first year. So
Probably first 2 years.
So here's a question then. So with that, even if he does ever pitch, is he still worth that amount of money?
Because of his hitting. Because of his hitting. Yeah, he's a 60 home run hitter.
And I believe all the Asian fans that will be supporting him will also be filling up the Dodger Stadium and buying all that stuff. So they're going to get a lot of that money back still on the team. Hey,
so they saying that just his merchandise alone from Japan, they're looking at $1 billion. That's just from Japan.
So signing him period is a great idea all around. Whether he keeps or that's crazy.
Yeah, I wish he had came to the Yankees, but hey, we can't get them all.
You cannot get them all. You cannot get them all. That's all I really have for baseball. I didn't have too much for baseball.
That was it. That was all. That and so.
Okay. So we got NBA left. We got NFL left. We got NFL for the end and do NBA right now, or NFL first. Which one you want to do?
We could go NBA. We could talk. Right. We could congratulate them Punk Lakers for winning the in-season tournament because it's LeBron and he was in there, so he had to win the first one and all that other BS.
I mean, honestly, the game was called good. The Pacers deserve to beat them. They beat a lot of good teams. Lakers did too. LeBron is really playing really good though. So I don't want to say, oh, they gave it to LeBron. Why can't I talk about Anthony Davis really went out there and did his thing. You know, LeBron was doing his thing. But I congratulations to the Lakers. And I want to ask you this too. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Johnny? Right?
Johnny.
I'm gonna ask Johnny too. Go ahead and tell him what's up one time, Johnny. Introduce yourself.
What it do, man? I'm just sitting here chilling, man. I tapped in and I just kind of wanted to reiterate on y'all boxing. I know y'all done went past that already.
No,
but I feel like your boy should come up to Haney's level. You know what I'm saying? Haney been doing his thing, bro. He been putting it in. I mean, regardless of, whether the weight class, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really feel like this dude is dodging, you feel like he's like, man, step your game up. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can take that fight, come up and you shouldn't have to step down. That's like me being a king on my throne and I got to step down. You know what I'm saying, to adjust the situation.
But he ran up that weight class because he didn't want to fight Shakur at that weight class.
Yeah,
that's why he went up.
He went up.
I do know that. But at the same time, as I'm running up this as an athlete who's defeating other contenders. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get with me, run this race with me.
But are you really when he was on your same weight class before you moved up and he wanted to fight you? And then you run up to the next. Are you really running up as a competitor, or is you running up because you're scared?
I mean,
because he was right there.
Only time will tell.
Yeah, he was right there. Y'all could have fought each other, and then whoever won, you could have moved up, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But instead of fighting him, you jumped up.
But you also got to look at, these dudes are brands. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it financially you know what I'm saying, the right move for me to make. Like it might have been better for me
That's
to go to this ring and do what I'm doing. Like if you want to get at me and you want to get this money, man, do what I'm doing, or do better than me to make me come after you.
that's true.
You
But
know,
it's everybody's gonna have their own opinion about
of
the
course,
situation. You feel what I'm saying?
of
And
course,
that's the one thing about this. It's subjectable. You
it
feel what
is
I'm saying?
definitely
It's
subjective.
very subjectable. So everybody's gonna have their opinion. They just need to fight. That's at the end of the day,
At
they
the
just
end
need to
of the day,
fight
they
and
do have to
see
get
what it
together.
is.
You can't avoid each other forever. And then at the same joint,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I just want to say, man, y'all be doing y'all thing, bro. Like y'all be putting on for the city most definitely. And I'm not saying, just because of the reviews y'all do of us, you know what I'm saying, of Las Vegas as a whole. But as a whole sports thing, man, I feel like y'all giving, the truth behind like fuck what the press is saying. Forget what, what I'm saying, the stats is saying. This is our personal view. You know what I'm saying? What we're watching, like so most people just look at stats and they look at numbers. Like y'all actually go through, you know what I'm saying, what the fans are looking for, and they giving them that. So I want to commend y'all, you know what I'm saying, for keeping it 100 at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it. Hey, we try. We just try to do the best we can do and keep it 100, man. Because the world ain't 100, but we try to be 100. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, that's sports talk raw, man.
Sir, appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Shit, man. Stay on here with us if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's all up to you, man. We can go to the NBA and the NFL. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, y'all know, I'm mostly the fighter buff, you know what I'm saying? So when it comes to them fights, you know what I'm saying? I'm all in. That basketball and all that, man, y'all can have that. I mean, I love all
Hey,
my West Coast teams, though. You know what
Okay,
I
well,
mean?
look.
want me to tell you something? I'm not a basketball person neither. I know the sport, but I don't know the sport. You feel what I'm saying? You see what it says? I'm the guru of all things football. That's first and foremost.
Shout out to
Feel me?
Urban here too. I see that down there, man. Should have done one
Yes,
of
sir. Y'all already know, man. If it wasn't so chilly out here, I'd have had the urban gear on, but I had to throw on my little, my windbreaker.
chilly
You
out
know,
here, man. Definitely a little chilly out here.
yes,
For sure.
sir. Y'all already know that urban gear still live, still
Yes,
going hard.
sir. Yes,
Like
sir. We will
bull.
be. You will be
Get
seeing
like
our urban gear. We will show
bullhorse.com.
y'all about that, and we will be putting that on there, wearing that so y'all know what that is, man. So yeah, we appreciate you, big. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
always.
sir.
Man. I love it, man.
All right, we're gonna get back to this NBA. So Lakers win. I think the Lakers did a great job. I don't think it was given to them. I think he earned it, and I think if LeBron and AD can't play like this, they can win the actual entire championship. Now, as an overall, how I feel about the in-season tournament, I think the teams took it seriously, and as long as they take it seriously, it's a good look. I think it's a good look because it gives charity and players, and it definitely gave us something to look forward to at the beginning of the season. We get to the All-Star break. So I think it's a great idea. I loved it personally. Would I change some things? Not necessarily. I think I like how it rocks now. Manny, how you feel about it, man? Tell me how you feel about the NCAA tournament and if you would make any changes.
I think it actually was pretty dope. I think it was something new. It brought people back to the NBA. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what the main goal of it was to bring people back to the NBA because NBA was losing fans. But I think it was dope. I would change a few things about it. First of all, I would probably have it as a not have I probably would have all the games go towards the regular season game. So this championship game didn't go towards the regular season score. I probably would have that go towards the regular season score. But I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know if I would change too much about it. But I know it was dope. It's something new that they. But we got some scores tonight. Let me see if I can
With them scores, hit them with them scores, man.
pull these scores up tonight. All right, I got some finals. I'm gonna hit you with the finals first, and then I hit you with the ones that's going on.
Yes, sir.
So we got the Bucks beat the Bulls in overtime, 133 to 129. Them Pacers, they still out here killing it. 131 to 123 over Detroit. Orlando beat Cleveland 104-94. Philly dog washed Washington 146 to 101. We got Miami beat Charlotte 116 to 114. My Denver Nuggets beat Atlanta 129 to 122. The Knicks beat Toronto 136 to 130. New Orleans beat Minnesota 121 to 107.
Wow.
The Rockets beat San Antonio 93 to 82.
Damn, they were playing hella defense, or nobody was making no shots.
Right? OKC beat.
Hold on. No, go ahead, because I'm about to pull up a crazy ass stat about the Spurs, because I think they lost like 16, 17 games in a row. Right?
Yeah, they made like some kind of history. But OKC beat Utah 134 to 120. And then Dallas beat Memphis 120 to 113. And then these other two games I'm gonna give you, they're still in process. So in the third quarter, Sacramento Kings are beating the Brooklyn Nets 92 to 79. And at halftime, the Los Angeles Clippers are beating the Portland Trailblazers 66 to 65.
Okay. Well, speaking about those Spurs, they lost 17 games in a row. This is the first time it ever happened. Franchise NBA, especially with Popovich. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't want to say Pop might be done coaching because he's a really good coach. But damn, 17 in a row losses.
Because all they have is Wemby. They have nothing else but Wemby. So if you double team Wemby, you have nobody else that can take over what he does. And then he's not really established in the NBA like he was in France. It's a whole learning curve for him. So
yeah, they're I mean, and I would say they got a couple. They got Shokan or Sokan, whatever dude's name is, and they got another dude. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's the NBA, dog. You should be able to muster up a couple wins here and there. I can understand some losses, 17 in a row, bro. Like the Pistons aren't a better team than the Spurs to me, and the Pistons ain't lost 17 in a row. I don't think that the Utah Jazz are a better team than they have lost.
But we also got to look at knowing that Pop is at the Spurs and what Pop has done in his career and the careers he has made of the coaches that's out there, both in the NBA and the WNBA. We put a lot on him to be that extra person that's out there that propels that team to win. But if you ain't got the actual talent, you're not gonna win.
You won't, and it really proves it in this year's NBA, man.
Yeah,
I'm definitely excited for the playoffs in this NBA and to see where it goes after this start break, because it was very entertaining, and I got to keep an eye out on these Pacers. I got to keep an eye out on these Rockets, man. I'm kind of excited, man. But we'll keep y'all updated.
All-Star break after All-Star break, which is a week after the Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. That's when you'll know who's the teams and who's the fakers and who's the real. Because I don't know why, but in all sports they have an All-Star break. The top rise to the top, and then the ones that we thought we got to watch out for, they go to where they're supposed to be on the bottom. So we will see.
Well, before we get to this NFL, let me just go over a couple power rankings for these NBAs. I'll just go from the 1 through 10. They got Minnesota Timberwolves at number 1, Boston Celtics at number 2, Denver Nuggets at 3, OKC at 4, Philly at 5, Milwaukee at 6, Lakers at 7, Orlando at 8, Sacramento at 9, and the Pacers at 10. Do you agree with that? Yes or no? I don't.
I don't. But I understand where they're coming from. Even with Minnesota being number 1, I understand because Minnesota be balling. We just don't talk about them like that, but they be balling. I mean, like real talk.
17-4. They're 17-4. I think is that the best record in the NBA? I think it might be because the Nuggets are 14-9.
What is the Celtics?
The Celtics are 16-5. I did not know the Wolves lost tonight, so that made them 17-5. I didn't know that. I knew they were doing good, but I didn't know they were 17-5 good. Okay.
I didn't know they was 17-5 good either. But
Dang, and the Thunder only lost 7 games too. So okay. We might have a little shape up, a little mix up in the West, you know what I'm saying, with the teams and whatever, because Timberwolves and OKC, but it is early, so we'll wait till after All-Star break. You know, I won't get too happy, but those are the power rankings, y'all. Keep an eye on that, man. It's a lot of teams jumping up and down. I think the Lakers should be way up there, and I also think that the Pacers should be a little bit higher too as well. But you know, it is what it is. We'll give you our top 10 power rankings maybe Wednesday. We'll keep that in
Wednesday
mind.
we'll do that.
We'll keep that in mind. All right, man. Let's go on to the meat and potatoes, the last subject of the day, man. We got the NFL. Before we go over to the scores of this past Sunday, let's talk about the games tonight, and then we'll talk about this Chiefs game because I want to ask you how you feel about that call, Mannie, and all that stuff.
Before we do that, I want to say this publicly so everybody can hear. Thank you, Dallas Cowboys. And you know, as a true 49ers fan and the hate I have for the Cowboys, I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for doing what I wanted y'all to do last night and beat the Eagles because we're number one in the NFC. So thank y'all. I just want to get that out the way.
You guys actually are the first team to clinch a playoff spot. So you guys are already actually playoffs. So
yeah, I didn't want to throw that out there. I just wanted to talk about the number one. I was gonna let that just linger, but you know.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying while we're there, I might as well go ahead and put some icing on your cake. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we got 2 games going on. Actually, they already are off, and surprisingly, let's start with the first one. Let's just go start with the Miami Dolphins. They went and played the Tennessee Titans, and they lost at the very end. Man, the Tennessee Titans, Levies, and the crew beat the Miami Dolphins 28-27. Tyreek Hill did get injured for a second, but I think he came back.
Yeah, he came back.
This is a game I lost, and I also lost the next one because I didn't think that the 5-8. Well, now 5-8. They were 4-8, but now they're 5-8. The Titans would beat the Dolphins. Were they in Miami or were they?
They was in Miami
at home. Very disappointed, man. Tennessee came out second quarter swinging, man. Scored 10 points, and then fourth quarter they put up 15. But Miami put up 17, but it wasn't enough. I seen Tua like kind of slip and fall a couple times, man. Not I don't know, like he got hit, but like I don't know if the grass was slippery out there. But I see like 2 times where he slipped and fell, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, well, what's that about?" And it wasn't a good look for Miami. I don't know if it was raining out there, if it was moist or whatever, but they were up 27-13 at a point in time in the fourth quarter. Matter of fact, with 3 minutes left. So I don't know how they gave up the ball and let the Titans come back and score. What, 3 times?
The Titans was actually playing really good ball. So I was listening to it on the radio while I was still at work or whatever, because I keep my radio in my van on ESPN. So I was listening to the game, and the Titans defense, they was out there defending today. Like they was out there making it hard for Miami Dolphins to play. They was out there playing today, like real talk.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't believe that Miami lost. Like Miami, they're talking about y'all still can win the AFC. Like you can't win the AFC losing to Tennessee. It's not going to happen, bro.
And that's the thing that I was going to say about your Niners is that, like, when you play, this to me, this is the difference maker. You can lose to good teams, but you should always beat the teams that you should beat if you're a good team. When you don't beat those teams that you should beat, even though any given Sunday it's everybody's, I understand how it goes. But when you lose the teams that you should beat, now that raises questions for me. Like, okay, can they even beat a good team if they're losing to teams that they should beat? And that's where it comes in at. So I don't think after this loss to the Tennessee Titans, Miami Dolphins, they're under the Ravens. They might even be under the Bills because the Bills did their thing. Put them under the Chiefs, man. They dropped a couple spots with me losing to the Titans tonight.
Yeah.
Next game we got going on, man. We had the Giants going to go play the Green Bay Packers. And the Giants are at home, but with Green Bay coming back in that nice win last week, I'm thinking, okay, Green Bay's going to go out there and do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Because the Giants are what 5-8.
Three wins.
They were 4-8, but now they won tonight. They're 5-8. The Giants won 24-22. They won at a field goal at the end, man. It was a back and forth game, but once again, who was the quarterback for
Tommy DeVito, Danny DeVito's third nephew.
Yeah, DeVito, the man.
Not really, but you know.
Yeah. He went out there and won the game for the Giants, man. Those are two games that I probably would have put on a ticket that the Packers and the Dolphins both won. And
honestly, I think DeVito is either 2-1 or 3-0 as far as wins as starter.
I think he
hasn't played bad at all.
Yeah, hasn't played bad at all. So they might be giving him a little something to think about next year, or what they're gonna do with Danny Dimes, if they're gonna trade him, or what's the deal with them. But yeah, they're on a 3-game winning streak. They are on a 3-game winning streak.
Yep, he done won 3. He's 3-0.
So watch out for DeVito and them.
Right.
That's crazy. I wanted to ask you, man. I want to talk to you about the Kansas City game, man. Kansas City had a last play of the game where Travis Kelce pitched it back to Tony. Tony went in for the score. It would have probably made the Chiefs win. They would have had a little bit of time left. The Bills would have, but the referee called it offsides. Tony had his foot on the line, and the referee didn't tell him anything, but he didn't check with the referee either. The referee threw a flag, called it back. Bills ended up winning the game. Patrick Mahomes was hot. He was mad. And I understand him being mad because I've seen a bunch of pass interference calls that haven't been called, and they keep letting them play through that. And if they're not going to call no PI, then I understand about the foot on the line. But being totally honest, for the referee, when you're a wide receiver, you can point at the referee to make sure that you're on, that you're good, which you should do all the time. Why the fuck not? Especially if you look down and across, you were on the line. He didn't point at the referee to ask if he was okay. The referee didn't say anything, and Tony didn't look. I honestly have no problem with the call. The referee got to make a call for one. They need to start making all the damn calls and let nothing go, if you ask me. But if you were on the line and you were offsides and you didn't ask the referee, whose fault really is that? Like, how do you feel? I don't think it's the referee's fault at all. I think it was totally Tony's fault, and that's it. Like,
so it's a lot of different elements that goes with this one call. So one of the reasons that Patrick Mahomes was so upset is that they usually don't really call that call. They usually give you a warning, hey, you're not, whatever like that. But I've also heard reports that they have a video with Tony checking with the referee, but the referee didn't say yeah, no, or whatever like that. But you was offsides. Offsides is offsides, regardless if they call it, they don't call it, whatever. Not only was his foot over the line, no, his body covered the ball. Like where he was standing at, you couldn't see the ball because his body was in front of the ball, like where he was standing at. But you as a wide receiver, if the referee don't tell you, take a quick look down the line and see where the ball at to see if you're lined up with the ball, and then take a step back.
Mm-hmm.
That's simple, that easy.
It's really that easy. Really that easy.
But they was just upset because they said most of the time the ref does be like, hey, give them a warning, you're over the line, and let them, correct themselves or whatever like that. And that didn't happen. They said they've called it more this year than they've called it in the last 5 years. That offsides, offensive offsides. So,
and even with that being said, that should really make the receiver want to double look at it and make sure he said that he's safe, especially if they're calling it more times this year than they've ever called it in the last 5 years. That should really make you want to keep your eye.
But the bigger question is, it's not that he was offsides, not that. Why are they still defending him? What has he actually done to help Kansas City since he's been there? He hasn't done anything.
He's done a lot of things to make them lose. He's dropped a lot of balls, and now that's the next thing on his list.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes and them keep sticking up for this guy and all of his mistakes. This is the NFL.
Andy Reid came out today and was like that he still has faith in Tony and that Tony still can be a great provider for the team. How? He is not providing nothing but heartaches for y'all. Like,
headaches, and drop passes.
yeah, like, come on.
Yeah, I have no answers for that for Tony. I have no clue why they keep defending him. I mean, maybe they all got to a scrap in the offseason and he whooped up a lot of people for them and they feel like they have to ride for him. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe like you got to ask yourself. He's not even that old, right? And the Giants had him. The Giants need wide receiver help, but they was quick to get rid of him.
Right.
So that's the first red flag. It's like they need wide receiver help. So, and he's supposed to be a decent wide receiver. Why are you so quick to let him go? Like that would be my first thing to think. And then proof is in the pudding because you see what he's done for you. Nothing.
So, nothing at all.
So
at all. That's
hey, their Super Bowl window is over. Well, it's not over, but for this year is over.
Right. I'm gonna go over a couple scores, and then I'm gonna ask you who's your most disappointing team this year before we get out of here. But I'm not gonna go over all the scores. I'm gonna just go over like certain scores that kind of stuck out to me, and that's why the Patriots beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I thought the Steelers was gonna do that. The Bucks are first place. They beat Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So the Bucks are first place with a 6-7 record. Hopefully they can get over that 500. So you at least look like a playoff team that should be there instead of just a team with a losing record. Baltimore came back and beat the Rams, which was a really good game because Baltimore was down, and then Lamar shows you that he can't come back.
So that boy that ran the punt return back, he's been in the league for 4 years. He's never even touched a football doing the punt return. That was his first punt, kick for a punt ever in his NFL career, and he ran it back for a touchdown.
Damn. Well, they might have a little future in a punt return.
Something.
He might come in there. Surprisingly, Detroit lost to Chicago. Chicago went out there and did their thing, beat them 28-13. The Colts lost to the Joe Burrow-less Cincinnati Bengals. They went out there and did their thing, 34-14. Joe Flacco. I mean, Sunshine did get hurt, but Flacco still held it down. The Cleveland Browns beat the Jaguars 31-27. Saints beat the shit out of the Panthers. I feel so bad for the Panthers because they keep losing and they're not going to even get a pick for this shit. Damn. You guys could – damn. Sorry, Trizmo. Just damn. The Jets beat the Texans. Okay, I see Wilson out there doing his thing.
But that was because Stroud got hurt. He's in concussion protocol.
Yes, Stroud did get hurt. Thank you for telling me that. I mean, for mentioning that because I definitely need to mention that. So he probably will be gone for at least one more week.
Yeah.
So he'll be gone for one more week.
And can I talk about the most just disappointing game ever?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it was the one I'm about to mention next. So absolutely, go ahead.
How the trashiest game of the trashiest game. The Vikings and the Raiders. 3-0. How you go the whole game and not score nothing until at the end to kick a field goal?
The very end, too. The very end, man. I'd have been like at that game. I mean, I got the homie Frank. He's a Vikings fan, and, I guess he was happy. I would have been like, yo, yeah, we got the win, but I just wasted hella money and time being up here at this game today.
Right? Josh Dobbs got benched. He got benched for that game.
I'm like, bro, what? Nah, dog. 3-0, and then 3 in the last at the very end. Yeah, that was
the very end.
I probably would have been super faded because it would have been just let's time to get faded because we definitely got a game to watch. So let's might as well just drink this motherfucking drink and just get faded. But yeah, worst game of the season. Damn, Raiders 0.
Terrible.
Next game we got is them Niners. They beat the Seattle Seahawks 28-16, but Geno got hurt in that game too, correct?
Well, no, he didn't play that game.
He didn't play at all.
He got hurt Thursday. He pulled his groin in practice or something.
And I know a lot of people that say Locke is afraid to pull that trigger. So hey,
he was pulling it. No, he was pulling it yesterday. He was playing in the beginning. He was playing it. I was kind of a little nervous in the beginning, but then we did what we were supposed to do, and took care of business.
Okay. Next game, Buffalo beat Kansas City 20-17. We were talking about that. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos. They beat the Chargers 24-7. Watch out for the Broncos. They're in the hunt 7-6. And the Dallas Cowboys beat They just beat them pretty well, 33-13. They beat the Eagles 33-13. So it looks like the Cowboys will be trying to make some noise, man. But either the Cowboys or the Eagles, but most likely the Cowboys. One of those teams are probably gonna have to face Bucks. You know what I'm saying? But it shouldn't be hard.
The Cowboys got a harder stretch of the schedule, remaining schedule, because they got to play Detroit, they got to play Buffalo, they got to play Miami. Um, that's three. That's three of their five remaining games that they have to play. So,
well, with Detroit losing and Miami losing, that makes Dallas feel a little bit more comfortable because.
But if they play any of those games at home, then it's a win because they haven't lost at home all year.
I don't think any more of those. I don't know. I don't want to say that any more of them are at home, but I don't think they're at home.
They got at least one or two more at home. So they play the Lions at home, and they play the Lions at home. So they got three away, one at home. Okay. It's one more game that they got to play. But yeah, they got one at home.
Okay. And then for the rest of the scores, we already gave you those scores. Those are the ones we started off with. Before we get out of here, Manny, give me your most disappointing team of the NFL season this year. Who are you disappointed in that you thought was going to be doing a lot better?
I'm going to have to say the Jets. That was a big because in the beginning I was like,
because of the injury though?
Huh?
Is it because of injury to Aaron Rodgers?
No, because I still thought that it was going to be decent because of their defense, and Aaron Rodgers was going to make Zach Wilson to be better than what he has been, and that was a big disappointment to me because they was just trash. But quick note though, in the AFC, the AFC East, the AFC North. So Baltimore, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Steelers. If the playoffs was to start today, all four of those teams would be in the playoffs. So the Ravens will win the division. The Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals will have the wild card.
Okay, that's crazy. But I don't know. Would that be a first time where all four teams got in from one division?
Yeah, because they would have did it last year, but the Patriots didn't make it.
That'd be crazy. Well, look, for my team, I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I thought the Chargers would be a lot more better than they are this year. Eckler, they had pretty much everybody returning, man. They even had Mac back there, and they're just still not making any kind of noise, man. And they're just getting beat, and it looks like their coach is about to be fired. So,
it's the coach.
You think it's the coach?
It's the coach.
I think it's the coach too. But I thought they had a good coach. I thought he was a good coach. I didn't think he was that bad of a coach, though. I thought he was a good coach. Wasn't he a good coach? He came from
a great coaching family, a coaching tree, because he came from the Shannon coaching tree. But he's so much stuck on analytics, and that's what bites him is the analytics. Like, you have a chance to go to the playoffs if you tie. You don't go for the tie. You want to go for the win. You lost, and then you didn't get in the playoffs. I'd rather go for the tie and get in the playoffs to give me another chance than to try to win.
Yeah, you got to, especially depending on how your team was playing, you got to really make that decision. But I'd rather.
Right. It was a sure thing that you tied, and you was tied, and all you had to do was run the clock out. It wasn't like that you wasn't tied or whatever. You was tied. All you had to do was run the clock out, and that was a surefire that you was in the playoffs, and you did. Yeah. And then the very next year, you're up 28-0, and you let this team come back and beat you 35-28.
Right.
And you a defensive coach. That's where you got your start at. It was a defensive coordinator.
Terrible.
Yes.
Well, look, that's my biggest disappointment team for the season, man. So I just had to get it off my chest. Maybe next week on Wednesday, I would say you want to go who's the best team, but I think I can already predict who you think the best team is.
Oh yeah, you already know what I'm gonna say. You know.
You don't know what I'm gonna say because they show the fucking mic. So we'll keep that mystery for you next week, man. But I appreciate you showing up, Manny, man. Big dog. Another successful, amazing show with my big dog, man. Yes. Go ahead and tell him peace out, man.
Hey, you know how we do. It's a great Monday. We miss everybody, all the rest of the family, but they sleep, work, whatever. But we hold it down for them even when they ain't here. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to the wife. Shout out to the family. Shout out to my favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Crizzy Chrome. You feel what I'm saying? And we about to be real big in 2024. You feel me? So just sit back, relax, and wait and watch us blow up like the World Trade. Too soon? Nope, never. You feel me?
That's right. That's right, man. You heard what he said, man. Y'all stay tuned, man. 2024 is going down, man. We got some big things lined up, so make sure you stay with us. This 2023 was great. It was a great start. We see what we gave y'all, man, but we're not over yet. We still got a couple more shows to go for the rest of this year, so hold on tight, man. It's going down. Shout out to GSS Production, Armando, my guy. Appreciate you, man. Love you, man. Mannie, man.
Shout out to Johnny for popping in. That's right.
Right, for popping in, man. Thank you, Alicia, Frank, everybody that's in the comments, man. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate it all, y'all. We're going to do it again Wednesday, so make sure y'all tune in. Get y'all stuff ready. Y'all can talk this shit with us. And look, if you guys can't tell, we will throw you on the show. We'll put you in a box. We'll shoot you the email. If you got something to say, we would love to hear it. So come on here. Tell us what you want to hear, what you want to say. We'll get you a box. We'll rock with you. That's why we're on here. That's why we're not at the studio. We're on here so we can get you on here to come on here with us and have some fun, man. So make sure y'all stay tuned. We'll keep you guys posted throughout the whole year, man. I appreciate everybody, man. It's much love, y'all. The family, we miss y'all. JCash, Trizmo. Let's try to get it together Wednesday. If not, we're going to hold it down just like y'all hold it down for me when I'm gone. So that's what we do. We brothers, we family, we got each other. So you know what it is, y'all. This is Sports Talk Raw, where we smoke, we drink, we keep it real. Sometimes we fast and we do what we got to do, but, we keep it 100 with y'all. So, shout out to my guy, Mannie. Until Wednesday, man. Next time, how does it go, man? Fin. We are out of this.
We out.
Y'all safe. Have a good night.